Hi, my name is Ali.
Hi, my name is Canberk.
Hi, I'm Müge.
Hey, my name is Batuhan.
Hi, I am Basit.
Actually, to get full understanding of the surrounding world, I mean, we as a human have multiple senses and we connect them and we execute tasks depending on multiple senses at the same time.
So if you think about how humans learn, then we are always associating words with objects or visual characteristics. So I think that visual concepts are also important for learning language.
For example, when children are learning language, they're not only looking at the text to capture the meaning of the words, they are actually looking at the world around them. Trying to work with textual data is not enough to capture the whole meaning of natural language. So that's why we should combine visual and textual data.
So the challenge over here is mainly how to combine the language with the VN part, how to get the image features and the textual features, and how to combine them at what stages of the model to combine those features together. For now, we are working on the facial data set. We have data set of faces, and we have a set of descriptions for those faces. So let's say I say that your hair are green, so the model will just detect the part in your in the image that are the hairs and change its color to green.
In the NLP models, step by step, these models learn to construct the correct form of the verb. At first steps, since learning is a procedure, they make some errors. They don't say John doesn't eat, but they say John not eat, for example. Like a child makes an error. And we are trying to understand if these errors or these successes, these learning steps are similar to the child's human learning, language learning steps.
We are basically working on understanding stories. For example, there's this issue of common sense reasoning. When you read in a story, it started raining and the dog just went into the house. You just know that dogs don't like getting wet in the rain, so that's why they try to stay away from the rain. But it's not explicitly stated in the story, usually. So human readers are assumed to know that, but computers don't know that. So that's why actually our goal is to just how can we make the computers understand this?
For example, we give the model a mystery and we ask some questions about this. So can the computer solve this mystery or not? Sometimes the models can do wrong reasoning and still give the right answer. And that's why we need to check if it's answering for the right reason or not.
Actually, since the data existence is not equal for every language, actually, yes, one language is harder than the other language. Because, for example, for English, there's a bunch of data, but for some local languages, unfortunately, there aren't any data.
There are some differences in the demographics as well. So there are some maybe cultural biases also introduced into the data as well. So it manifests in the language as well. So it kind of become a problem in the data as well.
So, for example, in Turkish, o bir doktor can be translated in he's a doctor or she's a doctor. When you translate this in the NLP models, we generally see that it's translated as he is a doctor. But my doctor is not a male, actually.
For Arabic, that would be valid. So if you say, I called my doctor in Arabic, this would be translated into a gendered name. So my doctor in Arabic could be like a female doctor, which is like one word, which is like tabib for the male version. And for the female It would be Tabiba.
Data you train your model on has more examples with, for example, a male doctor, more than like female doctors, then your model will be biased towards choosing a male doctor every time you try to translate.
The right thing to do is to add both of these words into the translation output and like give a choice.
So I think the most exciting thing about NLP for me, it's like both NLP and computer vision and their intersection. So mainly it's the multimodal models. They excite me the most.
I think the most interesting thing about understanding is to like get rid of book reading. I'm not talking about like story reading. Story reading is okay, is entertaining, but you sometimes need to read the whole book just to get a small idea. So the computer can read this for you and you just ask the question.
For me, the most exciting thing is relating the learning in NLP models and the learning in humans. Because after that point, we can examine the language learning in humans better.
For me, the most exciting part is that the language is very qualitative, but the computers are quantitative. So you are trying to quantize the language data for computers to understand. So this conversion, to work on this, to try to come up with ways to do that, is the most exciting part for me.
The most exciting thing is to eliminate human labor. So yeah, maybe we can achieve editing images just by giving some instructions to just one sentence, then voila.